welcome everyone to another Sea of Thieves video with me, Hell's Fist. Thank you very much for joining me. This is going to be a very basic beginner's tutorial for first-time players to help get you started on your adventures. I do plan on making more videos on the different types of voyages and explaining the emissary in greater detail, so keep an eye out for those if you're just starting out and find these videos helpful. As always, feel free to like and comment, and with that, let's get to the video. As a fresh pirate, I highly recommend you check out the Maiden Voyage. I have a video on that called Maiden Voyage All Accommodations. The Maiden Voyage is located at the bottom right hand corner of the screen. You should check it out. For today's video though, we're just going to focus on adventure, so we're going to click on that. And here you're going to notice we have three different ships: the Galleon, the Brigantine, and the Sloop. I'm going to be giving you a brief breakdown of each ship so that you know which ship is going to be best for you and your crew size. Starting off with the Galleon, it is the largest of the three ships. It has three very large sails, 4 cannons on each side of the ship, a mid-deck, a lower deck, and a 4-man anchor, which, as you can see here, is god-awful to raise by yourself. The main advantage to the Galleon is its sheer size. It's got a large crew, it's a very big ship, and it's got massive firepower. The Galleon is also the fastest ship on the seas, only when it has a full forward wind, as shown here. The Galleon is best handled with a crew of 4, anything less than that and it can get a little tricky. Alright, now just below that we have the Brigantine. This is the mid-size of all 3 ships. It has 2 sails, 2 cannons on either side, an upper and lower deck, and a 3-man anchor that isn't quite as hard to lift as the Galleon, but is still a pain in the butt with just 1 person. The main advantage to the Brigantine is that it is the fastest ship overall on the seas, being the fastest with any type of crosswind compared to any other ship. The only ship that beats it in speed is the Galleon, but only when it has that full forward sail. The brig is best handled with a crew of 3. It can be handled with a crew of 2, though not highly recommended. Moving on from there, we come to the smallest ship of the 3, the Sloop. The Sloop has 1 sail, 1 cannon on each side, and is a multi-layered kind of ship with a main, upper, and lower deck. It has a very manageable 2-man anchor, which is easily raised by 1 person, as you can see here. The main advantage to the Sloop is its easy maneuverability. It has the tightest turning radius and is the fastest, slowest ship. So if you're trying to outrun a larger ship, your best option, as shown here, is to sail directly against the wind. Being the lightest ship of the 3, you will outpace the larger ships when sailing directly against the wind. I recommend you use this as often as you need to when escaping larger ships and larger crews. The Sloop is best handled with a crew of 2, though easily handleable by a single player. This is referred to as solo slooping. So once you've figured out which ship it is that you're going to be using, you can go ahead and move on to what kind of crew you're going to be pairing up with. You will be given 2 options: open crew or closed crew. Open crew, you will be paired up with literally anyone, anywhere around the world, and you are opening yourself to a lot of griefing. I highly recommend a closed crew, as only friends will be able to join you. After that, you simply set sail and start your adventure. This is how you're going to load into the game each time. You're going to randomly wake up on one of 6 possible outposts. Those are Sanctuary Outpost, Golden Sand Outpost, Plunder Outpost, Ancient Spire Outpost, Galleon's Grave Outpost, Daggertooth Outpost, and then there is a 7th outpost called Marrow's Peak. However, there is a active volcano on this island that goes off every few minutes, so it is not a safe place for fresh spawns. Okay, from this point you're going to have to make a decision to work for one of 3 different factions. It doesn't matter which one, as you're going to have to level up all 3 factions eventually anyways. Those factions are Gold Hoarders, Merchants Alliance, Order of Souls. These factions can easily be found by utilizing the identifying flags outside of each one of their shops. The Order of Souls has a purple flag with an eye on the front of it. The Gold Hoarders flag is green with a key on it, and the Merchant's flag is white and blue with what could be considered a globe on the front of it. You will see these tables outside of each shop. Don't worry about them, as you won't be able to utilize them until you increase your reputation with that particular faction. To increase your reputation with each faction, you're going to need to complete voyages for each faction. They can be purchased at each one of the shops, and the menus to purchase these voyages are all the same, as I will show you here. This is the Gold Hoarders. This is the Merchant. And then of course we have the Order of Souls. Once you've purchased your voyages, you will return to your boat and come to Propose Voyage and click on the voyage you want to do. Everyone in your crew will then have to vote on that voyage in order to activate it. From there, you will need to open your quick menu to find out which island you need to go to complete said quest. This particular one is telling us to go to Lone Cove. So now we want to open up the map, find Lone Cove, and then sail there and find our Skelly Captain. Whatever faction you do decide to work for, they will usually tell you exactly which island to sail to complete each voyage. What you're going to do is you're just going to go there, collect all the things that they tell you to collect. If it's farm animals, remember to feed those farm animals, otherwise they die. And if it's for gold hoarders, you're just going to go around, dig up treasure, but do make sure to bring everything back to the boat, as you're going to need to sell these items in order to gain reputation. To sell these items, you're going to sail to one of the 7 before mentioned outposts and bring the items back to the correct faction that they belong to. That would be skulls to the Order of Souls, treasure to the Gold Hoarders, and animals to the Merchant Alliance. And that is pretty much it. From this point, you're going to do that a couple million more times until you get all factions up to a certain level. Once you do that, you will unlock the Pirate Legend faction. You'll need to gain reputation in order to become the greatest pirate legend who had ever lived. But that is all I have for now. I hope you all enjoyed the video, especially for you new pirates out there who are just learning how to play the game. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas, and thank you all for watching. Bye!